Welcome. I'm Meredith with the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment, and this is a segment about powering affirmation cards. If you haven't seen any of the previous segments, the thing about affirmations is that they'll only take you so far, and they can take a significant amount of time before they have any real power, because the problem is you're trying to create a change at the deepest level in your unconscious mind with a conscious thought, right? So we're going to use the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. And today, focus on I am willing to let go. So, as an affirmation, you can just repeat that, right? Just tell yourself. But when we combine action with words, with thoughts, it lends it a lot more power, and it can go a lot deeper and just be a lot more powerful for you. So in terms of letting things go, and that's so important, right? Letting things go from the past, letting things go from the day. How many people leave work and go home and just sort of carry with them all that junk that they accumulated throughout the workday? So there are a lot of different techniques that you can use to let things go, and I think some techniques are better suited for some situations and some people. So I just like to cover a couple. One of the great things, for example, if it has to do with work stuff, right, and just leaving work stuff at work. I had a client who had some difficulty with that. And one of the things that worked really well for him was he had to wear a certain hat at work. And when he got into his car at the end of the day, he would remove that hat, put on a different hat. He was a hat guy. But it was a symbolic thing, and it sent a signal to a system saying work is over. Tomorrow I'll put that other hat back on and we can return to work stuff. But for now, just going to set it aside, just like that hat. And now, of course, we used hypnosis to lend strength to that, but you can do it without that. It just takes consistency, and you have to set that intention. And it doesn't have to be a hat, it could be anything. If you wear a uniform, as you remove the uniform, say, I'm leaving all the work stuff with this uniform, and I can pick it back up tomorrow, but for today it's done. Right? I'm just going to let that stuff go. If you don't wear a uniform, if you don't wear a hat, there are other ways. You can, when you're returning to your house, if you have a gate or a tree or maybe just next to your door, just kind of place your hand and say and believe, I'm leaving that work stuff here. I'll pick it back up tomorrow. And you know what? You want to do that, though. So in the morning, when you go out to work, touch that spot again. So again, you're creating an anchor. And very quickly, if you do this consistently, your system is going to really quickly recognize, oh, this is what we're doing now. We're releasing that stuff. So consistency is really important when you do it without other assistance. But it's a big help. Another thing, a lot of times people may have difficulty at night going to sleep, and just, again, releasing that stuff from the day. Write it down. Don't type it in your phone. Don't type it on a computer. There's a power that comes from just physically writing. Okay? You can write it in a journal. You can write on a piece of scratch paper. It doesn't matter. All that stuff that, doesn't want to easily leave your mind, this stuff that might prevent you from sleeping or sleeping well, write it all down and tell yourself as you're writing it, okay, I'm leaving this here for tonight. I'll look at it again in the morning, pick it back up then. But for tonight, I'm done. And by writing it down, it just helps you to release it. Along those same lines, if there's stuff from, say, the past that's still kind of affecting your present, right? And you just want to be done with it, and you want to release it. A great way, simply write it down, and then take that paper, burn it, destroy it in a way that feels right to you. But destroy it and say to yourself and say it out loud. I'm letting this go now. I'm releasing it. I'm, purging this from my system. Whatever words are right for you. But let it be known, make it known to yourself, to your system, on every level. You're done with this now. You're letting it go. You're releasing it, back into the world, into the universe. Just leaving the past in the past so that you can have the future and the present that you desire. And again, by combining these physical deeds with the mental, with the verbal, it's going to lend so much more power. And it's going to help you to just release stuff, whether it's for a few hours or whether it's forever. It's just going to help you to just let it go. Let it go and move forward in this healthier, stronger way. This more comfortable way. So, I hope you enjoyed this. And again, these are things that consistency matters. So, do it every day. If you're one of those people that, maybe has some trouble sleeping or has those thoughts at the end of the day and they're just not leaving you, write it. You don't need to keep it. You don't need to refer back to it unless you want to. If you have a bunch of things to do the next day, sure, take a look in the morning. But for that night, write it down. And whether you throw it out, whether you burn it, whether you refer back to it, it doesn't matter. But do it consistently. And, it may take a week or so to really feel the effects, but you will notice the difference. So, please like, share, subscribe, and let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. What have you done that's been a benefit to you? What's something that maybe you need help with? So I value your thoughts, and I value you because you're so special, and you deserve only the best, all the best. And that's my wish for you. Until next time.